Are randomizers killing game franchises and making people lose interest in games? Let's talk about that on the Great Debate. What's going on, everybody? DM Projector here. Today on the Great Debate, I am unscripted. My phone is sitting right here with nothing on it other than the lock screen. And I'm just gonna chat. I'm gonna rant a little bit, and it's basically gonna be a normal episode of the Great Debate. So this is something that I've seen a new trend of and a lot of lately, and it's something that I've been guilty of lately too, and that's playing randomizers. But I saw an interesting video and an article recently that was randomizers are killing game franchises, and they're making people completely lose interest in playing a game. And I honestly think that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm just going to outright say it. I think that people saying that is completely wrong. It's complete shit. I mean, I look over at the second screen that I have over here, which is probably why everything's so bright. And I'm looking at a folder that's a bunch of randomizers. I've got some Pokemon games. I've got some Final Fantasy games. I've got a Link to the Past. And I I don't see how people are saying it's making people lose interest. Because, I mean, yeah, I love Final Fantasy 6. Love it. Could play it as many fucking times as possible, and I'm gonna love it every time. But I have a shit ton of fun on a randomizer. It's interesting. Like, I know this game forward and backwards, and it adds a shit ton more interest to it. I don't know what I'm getting into. I don't know what I'm going to discover. I don't know who I'm going to find and where I'm going to find them. It makes it fun. Like, I don't want to say I don't have fun with that game, because I do. But to be able to shuffle things and, oh shit, this suddenly isn't the game I've played 10,000 times. It's new, it's exciting. Like, every new seed I get, it's different, and it's so to sit back and hear somebody say it's ruining gaming and it's ruining people loving games just sounds stupid to me. Like, I mean, I've got Final Fantasy IV randomized. Another game I love. Second favorite all-time Final Fantasy, in case I've never mentioned that. Now y'all know. And it makes it a lot more exciting when I just don't know what's going to be around next corners. Like, I've put 6 hours into a seed and still not found everything. Whereas usually I can have Final Fantasy 6 beat in about 6 hours, maybe 7. Like, I'm still running around discovering shit at the point that I would be wrapping up the last boss going, come on, just fucking die already. Let's go, Kefka. Be gone. You're not going to win. Go on. So, I mean, and then, Pokemon randomizers, I've noticed, have brought a lot of people back to the franchise. It's brought people back to the series, back to the original games that nobody fucking plays anymore. When's the last time you heard somebody say, hey, let's go fucking play Pokemon Red? I can't come over today. I'm playing Pokemon Red. Oh, hey, gotta play Pokemon Red. It doesn't happen. Notifications happen. But But you find somebody who is into randomizers and wants to play randomizers, cameras stop focusing. Be the next episode of The Great Debate is me arguing with my webcam for 5 minutes. But, I mean, you can't scour YouTube without finding Pokemon randomizers. Whether it be red or blue or crystal, silver, emerald, soul silver, black and white randomizers. I mean, I've never played the original games, but I've seen so many randomizers for them. I, uh, Link to the Past. A lot of people won't play that one anymore. Go fucking shuffle that shit. Make it fun again. It's fucking awesome. I've done it. I've done it more than once. Zelda 1 and 2. I mean, I cannot off the top of my head think of a game that does not have a randomizer. That's a lie. I just thought of one as I was completing that sentence. But anyway it goes, it's bringing, if anything, it's bringing more people in. Personal opinion, it's bringing more people in. Because, I mean, I've seen gameplay channels that wouldn't touch a retro game playing, Final Fantasy IV randomized. It's popular on Twitch. I mean, there's speedrun categories for randomizers. And you're going to tell me it's ruining gaming franchises? I don't think it is. I think anybody who thinks it is just probably gets a bad seed. I've done it. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, there are times that you can get a completely unplayable version of the game. It's happened to me. and that's in all reality, it was the fun part. Like, I got completely fucking livid and like rage quit playing a randomizer because I hit a point where I couldn't proceed and it just set me off. Did that turn me away? Did that ruin the game for me? Did that ruin the franchise for me? It didn't. As a matter of fact, I logged right back onto that fucking website, downloaded another one, tried again, and beat the game in, 3.5 hours. I mean, just out of curiosity as to whether or not I could do it, I beat the game in 3.5 hours. There's so much you can do with a randomizer versus just playing it casual. You can't change anything. And this is going to sound wrong and the wording's probably going to be off, but it's about as true as it gets. After a while, sometimes games just get boring if you've played them enough times. Again, I've played Final Fantasy VI more times than I can count. As a matter of fact, it was the game that basically started this channel. Was, hey, I'm going to play Final Fantasy VI. Why the fuck not? And if you've noticed, I've drifted away from finishing it. I finished Fallout 4 before I ever finished Final Fantasy VI, even though I swore on everything to everybody I know and to like it was in the description for the longest time. Final Fantasy VI was going to be the first game I finished on this channel. I grew bored of it. And then I found a randomizer and picked it up and started playing it, and holy shit, it was exciting. All of a sudden, coming from a content creator's point, it gave me content again. It gave me something new. It took my all-time favorite game and made it new to me. And it does that every time I play it. I think that they're, if anything, I don't want to go as far as they're saving retro games, but in a way they are. It's introducing new people to what we had in a different way. I've got a friend who's never played Final Fantasy VI. Talked him into playing a randomizer. Open world, no character gating. I learned my lesson on character gating. And they beat the randomizer, and shortly after they're like, dude, I just fucking downloaded the original version of the game. I'm going to play through it. I loved it. That was over dramatic. Also revealed. Well, I didn't reveal it. I figured it out. My TV's still on. I I think that they're interesting and they add a fun aspect to games that you wouldn't get normally. And that's cool, you know? For me to start a game off with a character I wouldn't get until later in the game. For me to fucking launch Pokemon Red and my starter Pokemon's a Miltank. From a different generation, for those of you who aren't Pokemon nerds. Pokemon life. Final Fantasy's life. I got my Mog. In case anybody's never seen him. I've got a Mog. My little Moggy Mog. It's an interesting way to experience a game that either you've played a million times or you never would have played any other way. I have watched randomizers that are fucking phenomenal, and it's shown me more that I want to play. So I don't think that randomizers are ruining gaming. I don't think that they are ruining games or franchises. And honestly, I think you're just fucked up in the head if you think they are. And you know, I will respect your opinion. As a matter of fact, if you do think differently, please leave it in the comments. Tell me why. I want to know. Like, I actually genuinely want to know why you think that they are ruining things when I think that the introduction of randomizers, which I'm sure, like, I just recently got into them. I've heard about them for years. I myself, have just recently gotten into playing them and paying attention to them. But they've been around for a very long time. Like, going back, they have been around for a long fucking time. Fuck yeah. I hope they stay around for a while. I hope we get newer games randomized. I would love to do a casual playthrough of Fallout 4 randomized. I still haven't found a Final Fantasy VII one yet. I'm on the lookout. If you know where one is, comments, please. But I think that the statement of they are ruining gaming franchises and they are ruining games is completely incorrect. I think it's wrong. I don't get the concept of it's ruining it, because it's not. It's making it interesting. If it ruins it for you, then don't play it. Don't bash on it. Like, I don't know. Again, just my 2 cents. If you think otherwise, please let me know. Like I said, leave it in the comments below. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video where I read y'all's comments. Who knows? But until then, I'm DM Projector. Thank you guys for watching the great debate. I love your faces. I think green screens are ruining gaming. And until next time,